Bonjour tout le monde. This is Shruti from FrenchBlueprint.com. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic in French, which is called les faux amis, the false friends. I'm sure if you've already started your journey of learning French, then you have come across certain words which are kind of very different from the meaning that you have in English, right? So they look similar, but they are different. So we are going to get into more details in this presentation that I'm going to share with you, and we are going to talk about a few of these words. So let's get started. So les faux amis, that's the topic, right? Do you know what this word means in French? Pain. So pain is an unpleasant feeling in English, right? But this word has a very different meaning in French. So it means the French bread. So it's the bread, right? And it's pronounced as le pain français. Le pain français, right? So that's the word for the French bread. So I'm sure you must have come across this word many a times. Now, on the next slide, I'm going to talk about a few words in English as well as their meaning in French. Okay, so I want you to take a minute to go through these words, and then we are going to discuss their meanings in French. So what you see on the slide is the English word, right? But the meaning is completely different in French. So let's look at the first word. Attend. Attend, which in English means to attend somebody, to attend someone, but in French, it means to wait for someone. And it is a verb, which means to wait for someone, attendre, attendre. So let me give you an example. J'attends mon ami. I'm waiting for my friend. J'attends mon ami. I wait for my friend. Let's look at the next word. So the next word is blessed. I'm sure everybody knows what is blessed in English, right? But in French, blessé, it's called blessé, which means to be injured. Let's look at an example. Je me suis blessé à l'épaule en jouant au tennis. Je me suis blessé à l'épaule en jouant au tennis. I was injured on the shoulder while playing tennis. So I injured myself on the shoulder while playing tennis, right? So this is what it means in French. So the words look pretty much similar, but they are completely different. Let's look at the next word. Button. So we all know what is button, right? But in French, there are two meanings because there can be two different contexts where we've used this word. So the first one is a pimple. Okay, and the second one is the same that we have in English, which is a button. So let's look at the two examples. Vous pouvez régler le volume avec ce bouton. Vous pouvez régler le volume avec ce bouton. So you can fix the volume with this button, right? So that is the meaning of the first sentence. The second sentence. Cette fille a un bouton sur le nez. Cette fille a un bouton sur le nez. So she has a pimple on the nose. So that's what it means. So again, a word similar in English as well as in French, but it depends on the context in which we are using the word. Let's look at the next word. Now the next one is money. So everybody knows what is money, right? It's a currency. But in French, monnaie, that is the pronunciation, can have a meaning other than currency. So it also means loose change. For example, je garde ma petite monnaie dans une petite monnaie en cuir. Je garde ma petite monnaie dans une petite monnaie en cuir, which means that I keep my loose change in a leather pouch or in a leather purse. And the next meaning, which is with respect to currency, it means la valeur de la monnaie locale a chuté l'année dernière. La valeur de la monnaie locale a chuté l'année dernière, which means the value of the local currency. It slipped last year, right? So you're able to see the difference, that the word looks so much more similar, but the context is completely different in which we are using the two meanings, right? Let's look at the next one. Envy. So everybody knows envy means to be envious of somebody, right? But in French, it has a different meaning altogether. It means to wish or to desire something. For example, j'ai envie de voyager avec mon meilleur ami, which means I have a desire to travel with my best friend. J'ai envie de voyager avec mon meilleur ami, right? So again, there is a complete difference. The words look so much more similar. Let's look at the next word. So the next word on my list is journey. So journey means a travel or a trip. But there's another word in French, which is journée, which looks similar to the word journey, but it actually means a day. For example, je travaille pendant la journée. Je travaille pendant la journée, which means I work during the day. So here, journée is actually referring to the day and not the trip, right? And the last word that I'm going to talk to you about is library. So library means a place to borrow books, right? But in French, it's called librairie, which is actually a place to buy books. So this is like completely different. So let's look at an example. J'ai acheté 2 livres de la librairie. J'ai acheté 2 livres de la librairie, which means I bought 2 books from the library, right? From the bookshop. So here, librairie is not library, but a bookshop. So with this, I would end my presentation. So before I end this video, I would like you to comment below and tell me the kind of faux amis that you have in your language. I hope this video was useful to you and you learned something new. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. And I'll see you in the next video. Au revoir.